Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with Boomerly. Boomers have a great work ethic. Many of us have been working since we were 15, 16 years old, and working was a very big part of our lives. Our identity was really formed around our work and the role that we played, and the approval that we got, the recognition was very important. And as we get older and move towards retirement, there's often a void. We sometimes just don't know what we're going to do next. Have that big question like, what is next? What do we do? Do we find a new job? Do we start business as an entrepreneur? What is the next step in our lives? And that uncertainty can often produce a sense of loneliness and social isolation. And so I think it's really important to try to avoid loneliness in retirement, when we're conscious of it and being self-aware of the challenges that we face as our work life changes. So there are some things I think that you can do to avoid loneliness in retirement. And the first is to make friends, to make new friends. Often in your life, you've changed your interests, your interests have developed, you've got new passions, and you need to find friends that map to those interests. And in fact, this is one of the things that Boomerly offers to enable you to make meaningful relationships and friendships with people who share common interests. And so that I think that making new friendships, recognizing that you may have changed and that you might need a new network of friends is really, really important. There are other groups too, like Meetup.com, which also offers regular meetup opportunities in your local area so that you can get together and join a conversation about something you care about. Another thing is to find meaning in your life in a more structured way. If you're a little bit confused about what to do next, one of the things you might want to do is to contact a life coach and to actually go through the process of looking at what you want to do from somewhere deep inside you. A lot of times it's really useful to even go back to your childhood and remember, what did you really want to do when you were a child? And sometimes those dreams and those little visions are the things that energize a whole new career opportunity and entrepreneurial, adventure. So I think, taking it seriously and spending some time to get to know yourself and actually understand what's going to make you happy in the next phase of your life, this encore career, then I think that's an important way to do it. Another thing is to accept change and to be a bit more flexible about opportunities. Things that you perhaps were afraid of when you were younger, you didn't do them, maybe you didn't have an opportunity, or perhaps it was something that was just not very comfortable. Then this may be the time to just go for it and to try something new. I know in the last few years I've really had to deal with some very dramatic changes that were new to me. Getting in front of the camera and having a makeup makeover for a makeup video series that we did with 60andMe. It's really been hard. And, standing in front of a camera with no makeup and have someone, just experimenting with you. But I did get over it. And I think the secret is when you get through these challenges, you feel like, you feel stronger. It energizes you, gives you more confidence. Another thing to do to avoid loneliness in retirement is to fill your time with something that you love. Maybe a charity or a volunteer group that you've got a passion for. I actually sponsor some children in a school in India because I love India, and it was important to me to find some purpose in that part of my life. So I think charities, volunteering is another way to avoid loneliness in your 50s and 60s. Another thing that a lot of people are doing is changing their living situation, their home situation. And many women are looking at finding a roommate situation where they're not in their own home anymore, where they look for a roommate who, again, shares common interests and passions. And there are some great groups. Golden Girls Network is one. There's one called Boomer's Roommate. And of course, Boomerly also will help you to look for a roommate as well. So maybe downsizing, getting rid of things that have an association in your life, and just looking for a brand new living arrangement might be the way to avoid loneliness. I think talking to people is such an important part of feeling your self-worth, that you can talk things through, and being in a living arrangement where you've got friends, just maybe that you get together with regularly, is something that will help. So those are a few ideas for avoiding loneliness in retirement. I think the opportunities are amazing, and I hope that you agree and you find your way. If you would like to go to the website, take a look at the article and leave your comments. What have you done? What sort of techniques have you used to move into that second phase of your life, that encore career, that retirement period? I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments, and let's start a conversation. Thanks, everyone.